Welcome to today's deep dive, where we're going to be exploring Neville Goddard.
Yeah,
His ideas are so fascinating
they are.
about the power of imagination.
Uh-huh.
We're using Texto Pagado as our guide
Okay.
for this journey. And this text really dives into this wild concept that our imagination isn't just
Right.
like a playground for daydreams.
Uh-huh.
It's literally the force
Yes.
shaping our reality.
It is.
It suggests that we can actually change our inner world
Yeah.
to influence our experiences,
Yes.
manifest our desires. What really stood out to you?
I think the most radical idea that Goddard has is that we are not just passive recipients of fate,
Yeah.
but active creators
Yeah.
of our own realities. As we got to move beyond the limits of traditional thinking
Yeah.
and embrace the idea that our imagination is a tool
Yeah.
to shape our lives.
It's such a powerful shift
It is.
in perspective.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that idea in Texto Pagado where he calls imagination
Yeah.
the ultimate creative force.
Yeah.
It's not fleeting thoughts.
Right.
It's a dynamic power
Yes.
that can bring tangible changes
Absolutely.
to our lives.
He even goes so far to say that this power is akin to the Christ,
Oh, wow.
described in Scripture, not as a historical figure,
Okay.
but a symbol of the creative force
Uh-huh.
that resides within each of us.
Okay, that's a pretty bold
It is.
interpretation.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely curious to understand that more as we go deeper.
'Kay.
But first, let's break down this idea that our imagination shapes our reality.
Right.
How does that work in practice?
Well, he calls it assumption.
Okay.
It's basically what we believe to be true about ourselves,
Mhm.
and the world becomes our reality.
Okay.
So if you assume the worst, you're going to attract negative experiences.
Uh-huh.
But if you assume success, prosperity, love, you're paving the way
Okay.
for those outcomes to manifest.
I see.
So it's about recognizing the power of our beliefs
Yeah.
and choosing to align them with our desires.
So is he saying, instead of saying, I'll never find love,
Yeah.
someone should assume I am loved and deserving of love?
Yes.
It's about creating that reality in our minds first.
You got it. Texto Pagado emphasizes that vague desires lead to vague results.
Oh,
You have to be specific
Okay.
about what you want to attract into your life.
So instead of wishing for more money,
Mm-hmm.
I should visualize myself working at my dream job,
Yes.
earning a specific salary,
Right.
feeling the satisfaction of it.
You got it.
So this leads us to another fascinating concept
Yes.
in Texto Pagado,
Yeah.
living in the end.
Yes. Living
That's-
in the end.
All right.
Embody the feeling of your wish fulfilled right now.
Okay, can you give an example
Yeah.
of how someone would live in the end?
Okay. So let's say you want to write a best-selling novel.
Uh-huh.
Instead of daydreaming,
Okay.
visualize yourself holding the published book,
Okay.
feeling its weight, seeing your name
Yeah.
on the cover. Even imagine the positive reviews,
Oh, wow.
the joy of sharing it with the world.
Okay.
You actually feel the emotions
Wow.
associated with that accomplishment,
Okay.
like it's happening right now.
So you're creating that experience in your mind
Yes.
with such detail
Yes.
and emotional intensity
Yes.
that it becomes almost real.
Exactly. And the feelings that you generate in this process are key.
Okay.
Goddard says that emotions amplify manifestation.
Wow.
Feeling joy, gratitude, excitement
Yeah.
signals to your subconscious mind that this is important
Uh-huh.
and real.
Okay.
It's like placing an order with the universe,
Yeah.
but the emotional charge gives it extra weight
Right.
and urgency.
But what about when doubt creeps in?
Let's,
Even with good intentions, it's so hard to maintain belief,
yeah,
especially when you're faced with challenges.
right. That's where faith and persistence come in.
Okay.
Goddard reminds us that doubt and fear can be huge obstacles
Yeah.
in the manifestation process.
Uh-huh.
He says cultivate an unwavering faith,
Okay.
not blind optimism,
Uh-huh.
but it's a deep conviction in the power of your own imagination.
So it's about choosing to believe,
Mm.
even when things get rough,
Yeah.
that our desires will manifest.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about remembering that the power to shape our reality lies within.
Yeah.
And this brings us to another piece of Texto Pagado.
Okay.
I want to explore this.
Yeah.
Imagination
Uh-huh.
and the biblical Christ.
Yes. You mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, I am very curious.
Okay.
How does he connect those two?
So he proposes that Christ isn't necessarily a historical figure,
Okay.
but a symbol of the creative power
Okay.
within each of us.
Uh-huh.
And he says that the stories and miracles in the Bible
Yeah.
associated with Christ, like turning water into wine, are metaphors
Okay.
for imagination.
So we all have a Christ within us.
Yes. And salvation through Christ, he argues, can be understood as the transformative power
Okay.
of our imagination
Yeah.
to elevate
Yeah.
and redeem our lives.
Wow. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
So Texto Pagado is suggesting that harnessing our imagination,
Yeah.
we can achieve a kind of salvation
Yes.
or profound transformation.
Exactly. Recognizing and embracing the divine creative power within each of us.
This is all very thought-provoking.
It is.
But before we delve deeper into that,
Right.
I want to understand how we can actually cultivate this
Yes.
in our lives. Texto Pagado mentions repentance, right?
Yeah.
Does he mean like the traditional sense?
He doesn't mean regret or remorse.
Okay.
He talks about repentance as a radical shift in perspective,
Oh.
like the Greek word metanoia,
Okay.
a transformation of the mind.
So how do we repent in this context?
It's about shifting focus
Okay.
from limitations to possibilities, from doubt to faith, from fear to love.
Yeah.
We're not victims.
Right.
We're powerful creators,
Yeah.
capable of shaping our experiences.
That's incredible. It's like taking ownership
It is.
of your life, choosing to believe in your own potential.
Absolutely. Embracing that idea
Yeah.
that imagination isn't fantasy,
Yeah.
but a powerful force
Yeah.
that can lead to real, tangible changes
Yeah.
in our lives.
That's really resonating with me.
Yeah.
But I can see how it would be easy to get caught up
Right.
in everyday chaos and forget about this creative power.
Yeah.
So what are some ways we can cultivate this?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Texto Pagado addresses that directly.
Okay.
Goddard stresses becoming conscious creators,
Okay.
not just reacting
Right.
to life. He suggests many of us are on autopilot,
Yeah.
unaware of this power within.
So the first step is just becoming more aware of our inner dialogue and our beliefs.
Exactly. Start by observing your thoughts without judgment. Notice the themes,
Okay.
the fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs.
Right.
That might be shaping your perception.
It's like shining a light on those hidden shadows.
Exactly.
We don't even realize they're there.
Right. Once you've identified them,
Yeah.
challenge them.
Okay.
Ask yourself, is this true?
Mm-hmm.
Does it serve me?
Yeah.
Where did it even come from?
Right.
Often these beliefs
Yeah.
are rooted in the past,
Mm-hmm.
societal conditioning,
Yeah.
and they're not serving you now.
So if I have a belief like, I'm not good enough,
Right.
or I'll never succeed,
Yeah.
I need to question those.
Yes. Explore where it came from.
Okay, and as I examine those, I can start to replace them
Exactly.
with more empowering ones.
Yes. And affirmations are great for that.
Okay.
So instead of saying that,
Uh-huh.
try saying, I am capable and worthy.
Okay.
I'm deserving of success and happiness.
So it's like rewiring our brains
It is.
for positivity
Yes.
and success.
Yes. It's about choosing to focus on thoughts that uplift and empower us.
Yeah.
But changing your thoughts might not be enough.
Right.
So Texto Pagado suggests that we can make these beliefs stick,
Okay.
really transform our reality
Yeah.
with visualization.
Okay.
It's a technique for imprinting these beliefs onto your subconscious mind,
Okay.
aligning your energy with your desired outcomes.
Okay, so how do we do that?
You create vivid mental pictures
Uh-huh.
of yourself already living
Okay.
the reality you desire.
So if I want to manifest a new job,
Yeah,
I visualize myself working there,
exactly.
happy, successful.
Yes. Engage all your senses.
Okay.
Feel the emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Hear the sounds.
Okay.
See the environment.
Uh-huh.
Immerse yourself.
Okay.
The more vivid and emotionally charged,
Yeah.
the more powerful.
It's like creating a mental movie.
Yes.
Stepping into that role as the main character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the state of mind you're in during visualization is key.
Okay.
Goddard encourages practicing in a relaxed, receptive state, like before sleep,
Okay.
when your subconscious mind is most open.
So instead of scrolling through my phone,
Uh-huh.
I should be using that time
Yes.
for intentional visualization.
Exactly. It's a fertile ground
Okay.
for planting the seeds of your desires.
What happens when doubt creeps in, though?
Yeah.
Like, what if I don't see results right away?
Right. Goddard talks about faith and persistence.
Okay.
He says that the law of imagination is always working,
Uh-huh.
whether we see the evidence or not.
Right.
It's like planting a seed.
Yeah.
You trust it'll sprout,
Yeah.
even though you can't see it growing.
So I just maintain that belief.
Yes.
Even if I don't see results.
It's about trusting the process.
Okay.
That our thoughts are shaping our reality,
Mm-hmm.
even if it takes time.
Yeah.
The changes to show up in the physical world.
But what about when my desires involve other people? Can I really change their actions?
Well, we can't control other people,
Right.
but Goddard suggests that we can change our perception of them
Oh, okay.
and the dynamic.
Uh-huh.
It's about shifting your internal image,
Yeah.
visualizing the relationship you desire.
So if I have a tough relationship with a family member,
Yeah,
instead of dwelling on the negative,
right.
I can visualize them as more loving.
Exactly. And as you shift your perception,
Yeah.
you might notice your interactions start to change.
Okay.
It's not manipulation.
Right.
It's about aligning your energy
Yeah.
with the outcome you want.
So it's like sending out good vibes.
Yeah.
Creating a more harmonious space.
Yes. Recognizing that we can influence the energy
Yeah.
we bring to our interactions.
Hmm.
That can have a ripple effect
Yeah.
on the relationship as a whole.
This is all so empowering.
It is.
But is there a danger
Yeah.
in being too focused on my own desires,
Right.
losing sight of the needs of others?
That's something that Goddard talks about.
Yeah.
He says true personal growth is about expanding our consciousness
Okay.
beyond just us.
Um,
Greater awareness of our connection to all things.
okay.
Cultivating compassion,
Yeah.
desire to contribute to others' well-being.
So we can use our imagination
Yeah.
to create a life we love,
Yes.
but we do so responsibly
Yes,
with desire to help others.
absolutely. Goddard says when we align our intentions with love,
Uh-huh.
compassion, a desire to make a positive impact,
Yeah.
our imagination becomes a powerful force
Yeah.
for good.
It's like we're not just creating our own reality,
Yeah.
but contributing to a collective reality
Yeah.
that's more harmonious and fulfilling
Yeah.
for everyone.
It's about recognizing that our journeys are intertwined
Yeah.
with the collective journey
Yeah.
of humanity.
This has been incredible.
It has.
It's challenged me to rethink my beliefs
Yeah.
and embrace my imagination. But before we move on, is there one final thought?
Remember, your imagination isn't just fantasy.
Mm.
It shapes your reality. Believe in it, use it wisely, never underestimate it.
That's inspiring. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Texto Pagado and the power of imagination. We'll be back soon with part 2, where we'll delve deeper into practical applications and how you can harness this power to create a life you love. Welcome back to our deep dive into Texto Pagado and the transformative power of imagination.
That's right.
In part 1, we talked about some pretty mind-blowing concepts,
We did.
like the principle of assumption, living in the end,
Yes.
and even the idea that we each have a Christ within us,
It's true.
symbolizing our creative potential.
That's right.
It's definitely thought-provoking.
It is.
It makes you rethink how much of a role we play in our reality.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And one of the areas I'm fascinated by
Yeah.
is the potential for
Yeah.
using imagination
Yeah.
for healing.
Right. You hinted at this at the end of part 1,
I did.
and I'm really eager to learn more.
Yeah.
So can you elaborate on how Texto Pagado addresses this?
Well, Goddard believed in the connection
Yeah.
of mind and body.
Okay.
He argued that our thoughts
Yeah.
and beliefs have a big impact
Okay.
on our physical well-being.
Okay.
He suggested that just as we use imagination to manifest, like, jobs or
Mhm.
relationships,
Yeah.
we can use it
Okay.
to influence our health.
So if someone's struggling with an illness,
Right.
they can visualize themselves as already healthy,
Yeah.
feeling gratitude
Yes.
for their body's ability to heal.
Exactly. That's one of the techniques.
Oh,
It's in
yeah.
shifting our focus
Yeah.
from illness to wellness,
Mhm.
engaging the power to support
Yeah.
the healing process.
So imagine yourself as vibrant,
Yes.
strong,
Yes.
feeling that energy and vitality.
Right.
It's not denying the illness.
It's about cultivating that vision.
Yes, a powerful vision
Okay.
of well-being.
And that can work with traditional medical treatments.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so it's like an extra boost
It is.
of positive energy,
Yeah.
belief in your body.
That's right.
Are there examples of this working?
Yeah. Texto Pagado shares lots of anecdotes
No.
of people who have seen improvements in their health
Okay.
through visualization and other mental techniques.
These are just anecdotes though, right?
They are.
Goddard wasn't saying to replace traditional medical care.
No, of course not.
Okay, so it's not abandoning conventional medicine.
Got it.
It's more like a complementary approach.
Exactly. We have an active role
Yeah.
to play in our healing.
So if someone is undergoing treatment for an illness, they can use visualization to strengthen that belief
Yes.
that their body can heal.
That's the idea.
And that might enhance the treatment.
It might.
That's so empowering.
It is.
It gives you a sense of agency, where you might otherwise feel powerless.
Absolutely.
But can we apply this to emotional healing too?
Oh, yeah.
Can we heal past traumas?
Goddard thought
Yeah.
that these principles
Uh-huh.
could apply to all aspects
Yeah.
of our lives,
Okay.
including emotional well-being.
So he's saying we can use imagination
Yeah.
to rewrite our internal narrative.
Yes, and create a more positive self-image.
So if someone's struggling with self-esteem or carrying the weight of past hurts,
Yeah.
they can envision themselves
Yes.
as healed and whole.
That's right. You consciously choose
Yeah.
to focus on the positive,
Yeah.
even with challenging emotions.
So it's about reframing
It is.
those negative thoughts
Yes.
into more positive ones.
More empowering ones. It's transforming
Yeah.
our inner landscape so healing can occur.
But healing can be such a long journey.
It can.
What advice does Texto Pagado offer for when doubt sets in?
Goddard says patience
Okay.
and persistence. He reminds us
Yeah.
healing is a process,
Uh-huh.
not an event.
Okay.
There will be ups and downs.
Yeah.
You got to trust the process.
Right.
Keep believing in your ability to heal.
So maintain that vision of yourself as whole and healthy,
Yes.
even when you don't feel that way.
Exactly. Hold on to that belief.
Okay.
Your imagination is a powerful force.
This idea of healing through imagination is so interesting.
It is.
It aligns with the idea that we're active in creating our reality.
Yes, that's at the core
Uh-huh.
of Goddard's philosophy.
Okay.
We are conscious creators.
Yeah.
Use our imagination
Yeah.
to shape our lives.
That's empowering. But with all this talk about the power of imagination,
Yeah,
are there ethical considerations?
that's a good question. Texto Pagado doesn't really talk about ethics,
Okay.
but it's worth considering.
Yeah.
Imagination is a powerful tool.
Yeah.
Use it responsibly
Okay.
with good intentions.
So we can visualize our own success,
Yeah.
but not use it to manipulate others.
Exactly, Goddard says to align intentions
Uh-huh.
with love,
Uh-huh.
compassion, and the highest good for all.
Okay.
So when we use our imagination positively,
Yeah.
we benefit ourselves and create a more harmonious world.
So our thoughts and imagination have a ripple effect,
They do.
impacting not just us,
Right.
but also those around us.
That's right. When we focus on thoughts that are uplifting,
Uh-huh.
we create that positive ripple effect.
Yeah.
And that can make the world more compassionate
Yeah.
and harmonious.
That's beautiful. And it aligns with the idea that we're all interconnected.
We are.
But with all this focus on our own growth,
Yeah.
is there a risk of becoming too self-absorbed?
It's a valid concern. Goddard acknowledged that true personal growth involves expanding our consciousness
Okay.
to be more aware of our interconnectedness.
So Texto Pagado encourages us to use our imagination,
Yeah.
but to also use this power for good,
Yes.
contributing to a more loving world.
That's right. Our individual journeys, they're part of the collective journey of humanity.
This idea of using imagination to create a better world is inspiring.
It is.
It's not just about me.
Right.
It's about everyone.
That's right. Our thoughts and imaginations can shape not just our own realities, but the reality we all share.
That's powerful, but all this talk about the power of imagination, I
Yeah.
feel a little overwhelmed.
I get it.
It's hard to grasp.
I know it is. But it's about empowerment
Okay.
and possibility.
It is exciting to think about the potential we have
It is.
to make positive changes.
Yes, both in our own lives
Yeah.
and in the world.
Yeah.
And it starts by believing in our minds.
Well, this has definitely given me a lot to think about.
Good.
Before we move on to part 3,
Yeah.
is there a final thought you want to leave with our listener?
Imagination is not just fantasy.
Uh-huh.
It's a force
Yeah.
that shapes reality.
Yeah.
Believe in it.
Okay.
Use it wisely.
Okay.
Never underestimate it.
That's a great reminder. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Texto Pagado and the power of imagination. We'll be back soon with part 3, where we'll dive even deeper into how you can use this power to create a life you love. Welcome back to our deep dive into Neville Goddard's Texto Pagado and the power of imagination.
Yeah.
We've covered so much
Yeah.
about how our thoughts and beliefs can shape reality, influence our health, even transform our relationships.
They can.
And I think what's really resonating with me is this idea that we are not passive observers.
Right.
We are active creators.
We are?
But I have to admit, I'm still trying to figure out how to actually do that. What are some practical steps that we can take?
So Goddard
Yeah.
emphasizes cultivating awareness,
Okay.
paying attention to our thoughts and beliefs.
Noticing the stories we tell ourselves.
Yes.
Identifying any limiting patterns. So instead of being on autopilot, we become more mindful.
Yes, more mindful of our inner dialogue.
Yeah. So start by observing your thoughts without judgment.
That's right.
Notice the recurring themes, the fears, the doubts, the limiting beliefs.
Exactly.
That might be shaping your perception.
It's like shining a light on those hidden shadows.
And we don't realize they're influencing us.
Right. And once you've identified those beliefs, challenge them.
Okay.
Ask yourself, is this really true? Does it serve me?
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
Right.
Often these beliefs are rooted in past experiences or societal conditioning.
Right.
And they might not serve you now.
Okay, so if I have a belief like I'm not good enough or I'll never succeed, I need to question it.
You do.
Okay.
Where'd it come from?
Okay, and as I examine them, I can replace them with more empowering ones.
Exactly. Affirmations are a powerful tool for this.
Okay, so instead of saying I'm not good enough,
Right?
I can say I am capable and worthy.
Yes.
I am deserving of success and happiness.
It's rewiring our brains
Yeah.
for positivity and success.
But just changing our thoughts might not be enough.
Right.
So how do we make these new beliefs stick?
Texto Pagado
Yeah.
says we use visualization.
Okay.
It's a powerful technique for imprinting those new beliefs
Okay.
onto your subconscious,
Yeah.
aligning your energy with your desired outcomes.
So we create vivid mental pictures
That's right.
of ourselves already living the reality we want.
If you want to manifest a new job,
Yeah.
visualize yourself working there.
Okay.
Happy, successful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Engage all your senses.
Okay.
Feel it. Hear the sounds.
Okay.
See everything. Really immerse yourself.
The more vivid, the better.
The more emotionally charged, the more powerful.
It's like a mental movie.
It is.
So aren't you?
Yes. And the state of mind you're in is so important.
Okay.
Goddard encouraged practicing this in a relaxed state, like before sleep, when our subconscious is most open.
Instead of scrolling on my phone,
Yeah.
I use that time for visualization.
Yes, those quiet moments are a great time.
But what about doubt?
Right.
It's so easy to get discouraged
It is.
when you don't see results.
Yeah. Goddard talks about faith and persistence.
Okay.
He says that the law of imagination is always working,
Okay.
whether we see evidence or not.
So it's like planting a seed,
Yeah.
trusting it will sprout, even though you can't see it. So I just maintain that belief,
That's right.
even when I don't see results right away.
Yeah. Trusting the process,
Okay.
our thoughts and beliefs are shaping our reality, even if it takes time.
What about when my desires involve other people? Can we use our imagination?
Well, we can't control other people,
Right, of course.
but we can change our perception of them
Okay.
and the dynamics of the relationship,
Okay.
shifting our internal image of that person.
So if I have a difficult relationship, instead of dwelling on their negative traits,
Right.
I can visualize them
Yes.
as being more loving and understanding.
Exactly. And as you shift your perception, you might see your interactions change.
So it's not manipulation.
No,
It's more like,
it's aligning your energy
yeah,
with what you want.
it's sending out good vibes,
Yeah.
creating a harmonious space.
Exactly. Recognizing that we can influence the energy
Yeah.
we bring to our interaction.
This is all so empowering,
It is.
but I wonder if
Yeah.
there's a risk
Yeah.
of becoming too focused on our own desires
Right.
and we forget about other people.
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
Goddard talked about this.
Okay, good.
He said that true personal growth involves expanding our consciousness
Okay.
beyond our individual desires to become more aware
Okay.
of how connected we are
Yeah.
to all things.
So we can use our imagination
Yes.
to create a life we love,
Yeah.
but we have to be responsible,
Yeah.
wanting to help others.
Exactly.
Goddard believed
He did.
that when we align our intentions with love and compassion, a desire to make a difference, our imagination becomes a powerful force for good.
It does.
It's like we're not just creating our own reality. We're contributing to a collective one.
Yes. One that's more harmonious and fulfilling.
For everyone.
Yes. Yeah. It's about recognizing that our journeys are all intertwined.
This has been amazing.
It has been.
It's really challenged me to think differently.
That's the goal.
About my beliefs, to embrace the power of my imagination.
Your imagination is powerful.
It is. And before we go, is there one final takeaway?
Your imagination isn't just fantasy. It shapes reality. Believe in it.
Okay.
Use it wisely.
Okay.
Never underestimate it.
Such an inspiring message. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into Texto Pagado and the extraordinary power of imagination. As Goddard says, the world is our canvas, and with imagination as our brush, we have the power to create a masterpiece.